looking for an agent with a hometown feel, call Jake. If you have been, talking about getting a life insurance policy, don't wait. Do it now. Life happens, things happen. So, really go check it out. Go check out the right policy for you. Jake will find the right fit for you and your family. If you want to reach out to Jake at 772-500-5253, you will not be disappointed. Call Jake with State Farm. All right, you guys, let's talk hunting. My next guest, I actually met through social media, which is super cool. I love social media for this aspect. And if you're a hunter, you guys, we have a community, and most of them, we all look out for each other. We're all excited for each other for our wins. And so I'm super excited that he reached out to me. And without further ado, Willie Frederick, thank you for coming on.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yeah, awesome. So I know you had, we chatted a little bit online, and I want to talk to you about a little bit. Let's get to know about you a little bit. How did you get into hunting? What's your background in it?
I mean, how much time do we have? I can talk about this from days on end. I grew up in Kentucky. My family, mainly my papa and my uncles, really not forced me into it, but it was to the point where I never knew anything different. I was always interested as a little kid, where are they going all dressed up in camo with guns and stuff. And they always brought me along, showing me the ropes and how things worked. And I don't want to say I found a love for it. I just found a deep obsession and passion for it. And just learning from them, best teachers in the world, without a doubt in my mind. And I wish they were still around. I still have some that, I share stories with and I can call, but it was always, just being able to be out and share those experiences with them. That was just awesome.
Yeah. So what would you say? How old were you then when you started? Would you say 4? Sweet.
I killed my first deer when I was 8.
Love it.
Underneath my uncle's back porch.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that's the benefit of growing up in Kentucky. Your backyard can be, who knows? There's hills and hollers and fields that can work to your benefit.
Yeah.
And my uncle's backyard had 2 hills that kind of went into like a little valley, I would say. And it was ice rain that day. I missed a buck that morning. Never shot the rifle before. Just kind of closed my eyes, pulled the trigger, and I went home that day just crying my eyes out because I just felt like I let my papa down. And he went to go back out that evening, and he said, you gonna go with me? And I'm like, I can't kill no deer,
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I'm gonna go kill a buck this evening. And he's like, if you're gonna just cry, you can stay back with your mom. And I'm like, well, if you're gonna go kill a deer, I'm gonna go with you. And went out with him, and like I said, it was just horrible weather conditions. It was freezing cold. I had a broken foot at the time from playing Little League football.
Oh, wow.
So I just got my toes out in the cold, and I'll never forget it. It was like I'm living the moment right now. I'm just eating a cold turkey sandwich, and I'm watching this part of the field. He's watching that part of the field, and he just grabs a sandwich out of my hand real slow, and he's like, before he would let me look down there, he's like, I just want to let you know, there's a buck down there. You're going to chill out. He's in no hurry to go nowhere. He had made a scrape down there. So like he wasn't, in a hurry. And he's like, I'll never forget it. He told me if I flinched this time, that was it. Now, I'm sure that wasn't going to be the last time I went hunting, but he was stressing to me the fact that, like, hey, this gun's not going to do anything to you. Just take your time, squeeze, let the gun surprise you. And, took my time, shot the deer right behind the shoulder.
Nice.
He turned, ran up the hill, and fell over, and I was on cloud 9. I felt like I just won the Super Bowl.
It's the best feeling in the world. We cannot describe it. And so exactly how your papa had was telling you, that's what my husband has done. He's taught me everything I've learned about hunting, but he would just, same thing. the gun's not going to hurt you.
Yeah.
Relax, you know. And so I've learned from him, because definitely. But at 8 years old,
yeah,
that's a lot. I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
How that must feel. So
I mean, it was to this day I can't describe it.
Yeah. That's so cool. So let's talk a little bit about, let's segue into Dandy Outdoors. So you were starting this brand, or, you know, outdoors, Dandy Outdoors. Tell me a little bit about it.
So, didn't mean to cut you off, but
no, it's okay.
So the whole thing around it, like me saying that hunting is my passion and my obsession, is, I have been, I would like to say, involved in the hunting community, in the hunting world, even though I'm not like necessarily a part of it. I'm still, you know, a member of this community, and I've seen the direction it has gone, and I don't knock anyone for how they hunt, or, you know, what gets them in the outdoors, or what equipment or camo that they wear or use. I got brought up, you know, my granny was sewing old yard sale camo together for me to wear, hand-me-down camo and stuff like that. I never knew anything different. Like, we had a little corner store gas station that was kind of like, you come out of these farms, and it was like the hunter meetup, and you got these guys that are wearing old overalls and stuff, and they got anywhere from a 4-point to a, you know, a 150 laying in the back of their truck, and everyone's cutting up, everyone's having a good time, everyone's just, you know, excited that, you know, they were a part of a successful hunt. I've never been one to judge on the size of horn, the age of deer, the length of beard, the size of the fish, anything. Just as long as you're going outside and you're doing what you love, and you're sharing it with other people, that's what, you know, that's the big thing for me. And I was always bouncing around. I always learned my own brand. And me and one of my best friends, we co-founded, you know, Dandy Outdoors, and we were bouncing around names like Wild Willie Outdoors and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, that's not something everyone can get behind, I feel like. And it just hit me like a freight train. Like, anytime, you know, it didn't matter, like I said, the size of the buck or the size of the fish or anything. My papa always said, like, that's a dandy, or, you know, my uncle's like, you know, that's a dandy fish, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. And so I'm like, dude, I feel like Dandy Outdoors would just resonate, just the word dandy. Like, that thing's a dandy. Yeah. And it covers, like I said, the whole scheme of, you know, no matter what size it is, from a 4-point to a 180. Yeah. You know, they're all dandies. Yeah. So, that's what I became passionate about. And, you know, you see it so much on, like, hunting pages and stuff. People post pictures of their deer and stuff, like, not my biggest. That is my pet peeve.
I agree with
I cannot stand the not my biggest stuff, because they're only saying that because they're worried about what other people are going to say on the post. Like, oh, you should have gave that deer another year, or whatever. If you, in the words of Ted Nugent, if you went out there and you practiced with your bow and you put time into scouting and hours and hours and hours into beating something that lives out there every day, in my papa's words, you're in their living room. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just gotten to the point of where it is.
90% of the hunting community, I think, maybe a little less, but feel the same way. Some, that's what they want. Like you said, like, they want the giants, they want the huge ones, they want, and good for them. That's great. Sure,
everybody
do
does.
I want a giant?
Yeah, I would love
100%. I would give me the giant, but like you said, like, you know, we're hunting public land a lot. I have private land, but, you know, and there could be the rare one that shows up that's in a nice, huge buck. But, you know, for the most part, you know, I just want the meat. You know, I mean, I love hunting. I love what, you know, being in the outdoors. Everything that goes with it. The scouting, you know, getting out there, getting out in nature, the whole, like, time just you and the Lord and nature, you know.
Absolutely.
All those things, right? So, and if your heart does not pump or get racy, I don't care if you don't even take a shot. Like, I'll be shaking just when that, you know, I see one coming up, and I have with a doe. Like, I had my archery with doe. I was like sitting down, and I was like, oh, I couldn't pull. I'm like, I'm like, girl, she's just a doe. You know, like I stood up and I got it. But I mean, yeah, so I totally feel you. So you're not being political at all.
Yeah, I start shaking when I think I hear one coming.
Oh, yeah, you're like,
it turns out it's a squirrel or something.
Where's it at? Yeah. Oh, totally. No, I think that a lot of people in our community and our hunting world feel the same way. The old school. And so when you talk about like the old school clothes and all that, like I have some newer clothes, but I literally wear my husband's old overalls that he used to have. The old mossy oak, like old, he's probably had them. They're probably 25, 30 years old. And
it's awesome that pattern and stuff is making it. Like, as you see, I'm wearing Bottomland right now. Like, the green leaf Bottomland is by far my favorite pattern of all time.
Yeah.
And everyone's wearing it.
Yeah.
But like I said, like, I have new camo. I wear new camo and stuff all the time. But it's like, I don't have to spend, you know, I don't want people to feel like they have to spend $600 on a pair of pants.
I agree.
And especially, you know, love Sitka, awesome brand.
Right.
You don't have to wear it to be successful. You don't have to spend $1,500 on one outfit.
Nope.
You know, you can make things work. You know, one thing I stress to new hunters is that deer are colorblind. Yes. You're buying this fancy camo for a colorblind animal.
Yeah, as long as you're patterned in pretty much. But like Fred Bear says, you know, stillness is the best camo.
Exactly.
It's the best, you know, just being still. Now with turkeys, different story. As long as you are wearing something in the green or brown, in something wherever you're sitting at, in the nature there, whatever. But I think just being still too, you know, is your best camo that you're going to be able to wear. And you know, hey, you want the fancy clothes? You do you, boo.
Yeah.
Like, you do whatever you want. I think it's great. Some of them is nice gear, but I can go to Bass Pro and buy the Bass Pro Band. I'm not promoting them. I'm just saying I can go and buy, or, you know, Academy or at Walmart, whatever, and it all works just as
whatever
fine.
Gets you out there. Whatever gets you out there, and whatever, you know, helps you get into the, you know, outdoor world.
Right.
Like, just disconnecting from a loud, bustling world, and it's infectious. That's what I tell people. It's infectious.
It is.
Once you get out there, especially, like, if someone has never hunted before, I would rather take them turkey hunting 1,000 times to 1 over anything else on this planet.
Agree.
And like, I don't care if you hear a turkey that's 1,000 yards off. Like, once you hear a turkey gobble, especially once you see one, and he's like putting on the show, I have heard of more people getting like captivated into hunting by way of turkey than I have anything else.
And if they don't, then maybe it's not for you. Then maybe if you can't get excited about a gobbler, like, you know, a gobble or seeing them or something like that, then maybe it might not be your jam. You know what I mean? So, but let's take a quick break real quick, and then when we come back, we're going to talk some more. I want to talk some public land hunting with you.
All right, cool.
So, all right, we'll be right back, you guys. Stay tuned.
Paris Family Chiropractic understands after a long day in the woods, tracking and hunting, your back might be crying out louder than a call to the wild. Paris Family Chiropractic specializes in back, neck, and shoulder pain relief, carpal tunnel, disc injury treatment, headaches and migraines, sciatica treatment, and so much more. Get back to your prime hunting form. Visit ParisFamilyChiro.com and schedule your appointment today. Paris Family Chiropractic, Vero Beach.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats and chairs, and all the latest styles and colors from Tommy Bahama, Lexington, Hooker, Riverside, Universal Coastal Living, Four Seasons, Braxton Color, and Capri. We're also the outdoor furniture experts and have hundreds of styles of any patio furniture you need, including a gallery of Berlin Gardens and Polywood. We specialize in fire pits, outdoor rugs, umbrellas, and replacement cushions. Right now, we're having a spring sale with lots of great markdowns and discounts on everything you need for your Florida home, including all pictures, lamps, and accessories half price. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Don't forget to visit our outlet store directly across the street, filled with lots of brand name closeouts and sale items. and visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Are you becoming a realtor, contractor, mold remediator, guardian? In the state of Florida, these and many other industries require a Level 2 live scan background check for clearance to work in your industry. A1A Fingerprints is your certified live scan source from Broward to Brevard. And if you're a medical provider, you need to be registered on the ACA web portal. A1A Fingerprints will help you navigate and comply with the law. Call 772-494-6556 or visit a1afingerprints.com. A1A Fingerprints.
Welcome back to Huntin' with Heather. I have been sitting here with Willie Frederick, and we're from Dandy Outdoors. So we were touching base a little bit before we went to break, about the whole purpose of Dandy Outdoors and just everything's a dandy when you're out there. Like everything that you harvest is a dandy. It doesn't matter the size or, it's a dandy. And I love that concept. So I look forward to seeing Dandy Outdoors, and who knows where it's going to go in the future,
Yeah, I'm going to be, pushing it as hard as I can push it and take it as far as I can take it. So
I think you should definitely. I'll be looking for your some products out there, and you guys, you have to check them out. As you can find him on social media, so you can find him on Facebook and Instagram. Willie Frederick with Dandy Outdoors. But let's talk a little bit about public land hunting.
Oh boy!
So without getting political, just kidding. So you and I happen to hunt the same management area, probably a few of them, because where we live here in Florida, and we don't even have to mention the name of the management area that we hunt because we don't like to give out any secrets, or just don't come here. Just kidding. I'm just joking. But so we have some private land, but it's like 4 hours away. So it's hard for us to get up there all the time,
right.
But we have a lot of public land around us. And so my husband and I do utilize it, and it's great most of the time. Turkey hunting, public land, because everyone's looking for that elusive, Osceola turkey. I know you, how's your season gone so far?
So youth weekend was amazing. I've been out once since then. On opening day, me and my cousin had the idea that if we camped out in our truck the night before at the gate, that we'd be the first in.
Mm-hmm.
And to my surprise, or honestly, I wasn't surprised, there was about 60 other trucks that had that same idea. And I did a little walkthrough that evening of the trucks that were in front of me. And I say 60 because I counted 60.
Right.
And of those 60, there might have been 6 Florida license plates. And
that's crazy. Okay, guys. So that's insane. Which doesn't surprise me though, because like I said, people want that Osceola turkey. You can only get it in this. I mean, in
a small part of the state, because even in your northern part of Florida, you
hybrids.
Have hybrids, and you got some Easterns running around up there.
Yeah. So I mean, and not to say you can't get them north of Orlando a little bit, but pretty much Orlando south. You can get them a little bit up there, but so we know that new proposal just went through. It doesn't, and it's not for all of Florida. It's just some management areas. I know that they're not allowing for the first 9 days any out-of-state hunters, which I think is great. I don't care either way, but I do think it's great to give us an opportunity first.
Yeah, like not everybody has $3,000 to come spend on a privately guided South Florida turkey hunt. Right. And so people take the advantage of public land hunting. And if you want to travel hours on end to come try, by all means, it's public land. It's your right to do that. But as the first 9-day thing is going to be major as far as, Florida people being able to actually go out there and be successful on the land that Florida provides.
Right.
And like I said, not knocking anyone that wants to travel and come kill an Osceola, because coming from Kentucky, I wanted to kill an Osceola.
Yeah.
And now that I'm a resident here, and I've been living here close to 10 years now, I see the what management areas that do the 9-day, what their success rates are versus ones that haven't.
Right.
And, you have a massive influx of people. I think it's going to break up the crowd some, because when you don't have that, in my opinion, you have everyone in Florida that wants to hunt that management area.
Right.
And then you got everyone out of state that wants to hunt that management area. So everyone's on top of each other and things of that nature. So this is going to like let the Florida crowd come in, and then, they're going to, die out a little bit in those 9 days. And then when the out of state guys come in, it's going to be a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, I agree. Now, it won't be for everywhere in Florida. This is just certain management areas and things like that, private land, all that. They can have, have their people come in and pay thousands of dollars, you guys. People pay for this turkey, the Osceola turkey. And it is a beautiful bird. They're all beautiful, So, but I think it's interesting. Public land hunting is definitely not for the faint of heart.
No.
I know people that just won't hunt public land. They just get. I mean, we've had some okay. Most time it's been pretty good, but I've had a few run-ins with some jerks.
Oh yeah, for sure. I had a guy walk through my decoys opening weekend, walk 50 yards past my decoys, and start setting up his. And I walked up to him in the dark, and I'm like, "Hey, dude, you're gonna set up 50 yards from me?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's public land. I can hunt where I want." I'm like, "Man, you can."
So those are the people that give public land a bad name, and it's really. But we just have to kind of make the best of it. So definitely. So the show is, man, it goes by so quick. But I wanna ask you, if you have a tip to give a hunter, what would that be? If
I had anything to tell anybody, especially on public land, 1, put your time in. 2, download OnX or any kind of hunting app, because it's going to give you an increased advantage when you're able just to sit back and look at these massive places that you can go hunt. Spend your time on OnX or whatever hunting app you prefer. Do your homework, put your walking boots on, and go walking. Look for sign. Animals don't like people. Go where people don't want to go. People are lazy. So
I agree.
Go to the thick of it. And there's that saying, be patient. I have another word, be persistent. Be optimistic. Be persistent, be optimistic. On public land, it is not going to be every time you go out. Be persistent and be optimistic that something can happen at any moment.
Great tips. You guys, check him out. Go check out Willie Frederick with Dandy Outdoors. And I want to thank my guests always. Share this episode with someone. And I appreciate you all. I love y'all. Go get outdoors.